Have you ever pondered why wildlife is so crucial to our existence? As we embark on this exploration, let's delve into the essence of wildlife. Now, what do we mean by wildlife? It's a term that refers to a vast array of living organisms. This includes not only the majestic animals and vibrant birds that often come to mind, but also the often overlooked plants, fungi, and microorganisms. Each of these organisms holds a special place in the tapestry of life, coexisting in their natural habitats without direct human influence or domestication. Imagine a world teeming with species, each uniquely adapted to their specific environment. From the tallest giraffe nibbling on treetops in the African savanna to the tiniest of microorganisms thriving in the deepest parts of the ocean. Each one plays a unique, irreplaceable role in their ecosystem. These roles range from the obvious to the subtle. Predators control the population of other species, maintaining a delicate balance. Plants provide oxygen, a basic necessity for life as we know it. Birds spread seeds, aiding in plant reproduction. Even fungi and microorganisms contribute in their own way, breaking down dead matter and recycling nutrients back into the ecosystem. The diversity of wildlife, in all its forms, is a testament to the incredible complexity and resilience of life on our planet. Each organism, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, contributes to the overall functioning of the ecosystem in which it exists. They are all cogs in a complex, well-oiled machine that keeps our world functioning. This intricate network of life is what we refer to as wildlife. It is a world that exists parallel to ours, yet is inextricably linked to our survival. It's a world that hums with activity, where every creature, plant, and microorganism plays a part in a grand, interconnected system. Wildlife, in all its diversity, is like a complex, well-oiled machine that keeps our world functioning. Ever wondered what a world without wildlife would look like? It's a chilling thought, isn't it? Wildlife, in all its diverse forms, plays an integral role in maintaining the delicate balance of our ecosystems. Imagine the planet as an enormous, intricate machine. Each cog, wheel, and gear represents a different species. Just like in a machine, removing or damaging a single part can have a ripple effect, disrupting the entire system. That's precisely the role of wildlife in our ecosystems. Take, for instance, the humble bee. These tiny creatures are responsible for pollinating nearly 75% of the plants that produce 80% of the world's food. Without these diligent pollinators, our food supply would be severely impacted. Similarly, bats and spiders, often misunderstood and feared, play a significant role as natural pest controllers. They help keep the population of insects and other pests in check, thereby reducing the need for harmful pesticides and contributing to a healthier environment for all. Then, there's the essential process of nutrient cycling, where wildlife helps convert elements like carbon, nitrogen, and oxygen into forms that plants and other organisms can use. Without this, the ecosystems would cease to function, leading to a domino effect of disastrous consequences. So you see, every creature, from the smallest insect to the largest mammal, plays a unique role in maintaining biodiversity and ecological balance. But it's not just about them. It's about us too. Healthy, diverse ecosystems provide us with clean air, fresh water, fertile soils, climate regulation, and even mental well-being. They are our life support systems, and wildlife is the lifeblood that keeps them running. Indeed, the survival and well-being of humans are intricately linked to the welfare of wildlife. A world without wildlife would not only be a less vibrant, less beautiful place, but it could also spell disaster for humanity. So let's cherish, respect, and protect our fellow inhabitants of this beautiful planet. After all, their survival is our survival. What if I told you that the very existence of wildlife is under threat? It might sound like a line from a suspenseful movie, but the reality is not far off. Our planet's wildlife, the very essence of nature's grandeur, faces numerous threats, many of which are man-made. Let's start with habitat loss. Imagine being evicted from your home, and every time you find a new place to live, it gets destroyed. This is the reality for many wildlife species. Deforestation, urban development, and agriculture are constantly shrinking the natural habitats of countless species, forcing them into smaller, fragmented areas and often leading to their demise. Then there's pollution. It's not just an eyesore for us humans. Water bodies clogged with plastic waste, air filled with harmful particles, soil contaminated by chemicals, all of these pose serious threats to wildlife. Animals ingest plastic, birds choke on air pollutants, and plants absorb toxic substances, leading to a range of health issues and often premature death. Next on the list is climate change. Rising global temperatures, melting ice caps, unpredictable weather patterns. These changes are not just making headlines, they are disrupting ecosystems. Species that have evolved over millions of years to survive in specific climates and environments are now struggling to adapt to these rapid changes. Last, but certainly not least, is illegal hunting. Despite numerous laws and regulations, illegal hunting and poaching persists, driven by the demand for exotic pets, trophies, and products derived from wildlife. This not only decimates wildlife populations, but also disrupts the delicate balance of ecosystems. These threats are real and they're happening now. They're not just reducing wildlife populations, but also disrupting ecosystems, altering the course of evolution and threatening the very survival of countless species. It's a grim picture, but it's not too late to change. The survival of wildlife is hanging by a thread, largely due to human activities. But remember, just as we have the power to destroy, we also have the power to protect and conserve. So let's not be the generation that stood by while wildlife disappeared. Let's be the generation that fought for its survival. Scene script. Is there a way to protect and preserve our precious wildlife? The answer is a resounding yes, and it's called wildlife conservation. This is a deliberate, conscious effort to protect and preserve wildlife and their habitats. It's our collective response to the threats faced by wildlife, a way of ensuring that the symphony of life on our planet continues to play. Wildlife conservation aims to safeguard these species and their habitats not just for their sake, but for ours and that of future generations. It's about maintaining biodiversity, preserving ecological balance, and keeping the natural world in a healthy, thriving state. There's a wide range of conservation strategies in play around the world. Some focus on protecting specific species, like efforts to save the tiger or the giant panda. Others look at preserving habitats, such as the Amazon rainforest or the Great Barrier Reef, understanding that these areas are home to countless species, all interconnected and interdependent. National parks and reserves are part of these strategies, acting as safe havens where wildlife can thrive away from human interference. These protected areas are crucial, providing a space where nature can take its course undisturbed and untamed. But conservation isn't just about creating protected areas. It also involves scientific research, monitoring populations, and understanding the needs of different species. It's about education, raising awareness about the importance of wildlife and the threats they face. It's about legislation, implementing laws to protect wildlife and punish those who harm them. And importantly, it's about collaboration, working together at a local, national, and international level to safeguard our natural world. These efforts are significant. They help to prevent the extinction of species, protect habitats, and maintain the health of our planet. They're not just about saving animals or plants. They're about preserving the intricate web of life that sustains us all. So, when we talk about wildlife conservation, we're talking about something that affects every single one of us. It's not an optional extra or a nice to have. It's a necessity, a fundamental part of our survival. Wildlife conservation is not just about saving animals. It's about ensuring the survival of our planet. How can you contribute to the conservation of wildlife? Imagine a world abundant with diverse forms of life, where every creature, from the smallest microorganism to the largest mammal, thrives in their natural habitat. This vision is possible with collective efforts, and you can play a crucial role in making it a reality. Your journey can begin with small, everyday actions. Reduce, reuse, and recycle waste to minimize its impact on natural habitats. Opt for products with less packaging and consider composting organic waste. By doing so, you are helping to decrease the amount of waste that ends up in landfills, oceans, and ultimately, wildlife habitats. Supporting wildlife conservation organizations is another effective way to contribute. These groups work tirelessly to protect and preserve diverse forms of life and the ecosystems they inhabit. Your donations, whether monetary or in kind, can fuel research, conservation projects, and awareness campaigns. Even a small contribution can go a long way in supporting their vital work. Promoting awareness about wildlife protection is also essential. Share your knowledge and passion for wildlife with your friends, family, and social networks. Encourage them to adopt sustainable practices and support conservation efforts. Remember, awareness is the first step towards action. You can also volunteer your time and skills for wildlife conservation. Join local cleanup drives, plant trees, or participate in citizen science projects. These activities not only contribute to wildlife conservation, but also deepen your connection with nature. Lastly, respect all forms of life. Recognize that every organism, no matter how small or insignificant they may seem, plays a unique role in the ecosystem. Your appreciation and respect for wildlife can inspire others to do the same. Remember, the conservation of wildlife is a collective responsibility. We all share this planet, and it's up to us to ensure that its diverse forms of life continue to flourish for generations to come. Every action matters. Your contribution can make a significant difference in the preservation of wildlife and our planet.